Greetings. Welcome to Z Show. With me, your faithful host, Z. One letter, it's all it takes, folks. One little letter, the last letter, just a Z. I make it easy for people. Like I've said, I'm trying to become like the top Z. The competition's really not that stiff. There's Zorro, the flaming Z. He's the other flaming Z. Zorro's kind of lame. I'm not too worried about him. There's not many more Z's after that. There's Q. Q's pretty famous as far as single letters go. It's hard to just rock a single letter. Q, you could rock. Z, I've cornered the market on Z, like I said. As soon as I unseat Zorro as the top Z, then I'll have done my job. Mission accomplished. Zorro's lame. He's probably the lamest superhero. Is Zorro a superhero? We've talked about this on Z Show with no resolve. I guess it's up in the air. And then if we make Zorro a superhero, do we also place the Three Musketeers in there? The Lone Ranger? I guess the question is, what's the line for superhero? We have to draw a line somewhere for superheroes and other things, but do you need superpowers? Batman doesn't have superpowers, but he's a superhero, obviously. Of course, Batman's a superhero. Maybe he's not. Maybe you need, like, superpowers. I don't know. I'm confused about the whole thing. Either way, if Zorro is some type of hero, I'm not too worried about him. I'll be the new hero. Maybe not the hero you all wanted, but the hero that you all needed. And that's what really matters. You can't have every little thing that you want. We've talked about this before. It doesn't work like that. This isn't like the place we find ourselves, where you just get every little thing you want. There's consequence, cause and effect. So, too bad. But I want to be the top Z. If there's another top Z, please let me know. I might be missing something. Yeah, Zorro has a horse. I know that. A lot of people have horses. I guess I'll need a horse or a motorcycle. I need some like signature vehicle. Maybe mine will be a Zeppelin. I'll be the first superhero with a hydrogen-based arrow, so to speak. I'll do it in the way that only I can. But please, if you find a more prominent, a better Z, just let me know. I'm open to suggestions here. It's fine. Some people are saying Zeus. But he's Zeus. You wouldn't just call Zeus a Z. I don't know. Maybe he can get away with it, but... Yeah, Zorro's lame, man. Zorro's fucking lame. But the Three Musketeers, more lame. I tried to watch like these Three Musketeers movies. They used to make movies about the Three Musketeers, not the Three Amigos, which is a better movie. The Three Amigos, starring Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and what's his name? The other guy, Martin Short. I like them. I like the Three Amigos. But the Three Musketeers are horrible. Never has there been made a Three Musketeers movie that was watchable, ever. It's just not possible. I don't know. What do I know? For some reason, Thunder Chicken's talking about O.J. Simpson. What? O.J.? Yeah, O.J. died, everybody. O.J.'s dead, apparently. Let the conspiracies abound around O.J.'s death. How old was he? What date did he die? How can we relate it to the eclipse? The 10 cities of Nineveh that were located in the eclipse path? And O.J.? Come on, Smith W. This is your moment to shine here on Z Show. I need to know how all of those seemingly unrelated events apparently all correlate with each other. So please. Come on, Smith. Don't sleep on me. Rose knows Zachary Hubbard, Smith. She's apparently getting him on that Pro 777 radio broadcast. So don't sleep on it, Smith. I could have Zachary Hubbard on here like with the snap of a finger. I'm just saying. Even that Jesse Howe like was interviewing him. So you snooze, you lose, Mr. Smith W. I need to know, how is OJ related to the last eclipse and Nineveh? I want to know. I love you, numerology people. Even though you're the worst fucking segment of the truth community. Sorry, it's not news here on Z Show. The numerology people, you are the worst segment of the truth community. And I don't include Smith W in that because he's not numerology. So, Smith, feel free to exclude yourself from my present characterization. Sorry, numerology people. You're suspect, every one of you. I'm calling you out. Do I have to do it by name? Do I need to go down the line? Please, stop it. You're too much. You're scaring people. You throw numbers at everything and you make everything scary. You're worse than the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church had everybody hiding from the last eclipse, like doing rosaries and stuff. Praying the Hail Mary and the fucking Our Father. Come on. Apparently, according to RT, the non-Mandela affected Our Father. RT, right on cue. Let's not get into that. People get pissed off. But anyway, the damn numerology people. You had the whole truth community scared of the fucking eclipse. Are you kidding me? Stop. Tired of it. Who's worse? The numerology people or like the Jesuit-run Church of Rome? Stop it. Stop scaring people. I'm going to start calling people out here in Z Show, one by one. Probably not, because I hate that content. I tried once or twice to call numerology people out of my show. I got bored, like playing their own stuff. It was around the Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl is the Super Bowl for numerology people. It's not only like the football Super Bowl, but it's the Super Bowl of numbers. Everybody goes crazy. The number counters love the Super Bowl. It's weird. So I tried. I pulled up some of that Donut Factory stuff, some of that Enter the Stars, and I felt bad afterwards. It was like slap boxing a retarded kid. Numerology people, you're retarded. And all your followers, double retarded. I'm tired of it. Stop it. Stop grifting off a scared truth community with made up numbers and scary things associated with like natural events like the eclipse. As many people know, I have my ear and eyes to the grindstone. And let me tell you, I know that the majority of the so-called truth community was shitting their pants about the eclipse. Stop. It was beautiful. It was a grand celestial event, part of God's creation. And you guys were scared because it made an X, because the path of it crossed another path from like, I don't know, 7 years ago. And that makes an X. Yeah, when paths cross, it makes an X. And that somehow like had to mean something to people. I want everybody I want everybody to get a hold of themselves. Stop laughing, Sarah. I'm serious. This is my little this is me admonishing like a fair portion of the truth community. And here's why. I have self-interested reasons. Because I'm saying it now, the numerology people basically diverted my truth journey for probably a good 3 years, maybe 4. Because that's what YouTube has given people. I want you to really think about what YouTube is promoting as truth. I know what it promoted me when I was going through my little like waking up process where I was like, what the fuck is this place? It was giving me all the number people. It was giving me like Zach and Enter the Stars and Richie from Boston and other people who I don't want to ruffle feathers. Maybe the first name starts with an R and then the second name starts with a V. This is who I was getting like pumped through my feed. Everything was numbers and Illuminati like Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's what I was getting. That's surface level, and most of it is basically apophonic fantasies, bullshit, and grift. I'm tired of it. Now, I know there's things to these numbers. I get it. I know about the 33, the 11, the 9, the 19, the 4. See how every number is something? The 4, the 8, every number is something. The 6, and the 6. John Wayne said Marty leads. Sovereign 19. Oh, God. Nachiket is way into the 19 right now. I'll have to talk to Nach about the 19. He's way into it. So I'm like, okay. So that's what YouTube was giving me when I was trying to like learn about this world that they hid from me. And I'm tired of it. So I'm going to call them all out. They all have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And don't be like, oh, geez, he's jealous. No, because I'm not jealous of like other people with a lot of subscribers. I'm just pissed at the numerology people. You're all suspect. I'm calling you out one by one. At least that donut factory had the balls to come on my show. He hid his voice and pretended he was somebody else, but at least he showed up when I called him out last time. I'm tired of it. Stop. All right, that's my rant on numerology. Where did that even come from? It's just so goofy. I'm telling you, I tried to review their videos and play them here, but it was just so incredibly boring and nonsensical. I just scrapped the whole thing. No, Mateo, I'm not jealous of Bro Sanchez. He just cornered the market on like black people truth. That's all. There'll be others to come along. Bro Sanchez like jumped the gun. He just took all the white people truth and just put it in like a black people package. No offense, Bro Sanchez. No offense. I'm just sovereign mystic Grease. Much love, Bro Sanchez. He just watched a bunch of David Weiss's stuff and then like made it black. Because Dave is like the most non-black person ever. Dave, you're the whitest fuck ever. Sorry, Dave. You needed a black version of it. It's like when they had to make a black Santa Claus. There was a white version and there was a black version. Well, the white version existed. Just like the white truther community existed first. And then Bro Sanchez was a forerunner in the black truther community. That's all. He has a great idea. I should have thought of it. I should have been like the white producer of the Bro Sanchez black truther community. Just like a bunch of white Jewy guys basically produced, engineered, managed, and basically grifted off all the black original hip hop artists, like in the late 80s and early 90s, like that NWA. Come on, have you seen oh my God. So good on Bro Sanchez. We needed a Black Truther community. So he has thousands of viewers when he's live. It's to be expected. Give me a break. You know what we need now? Does anybody in my audience speak Spanish? Rose, do you speak Spanish? I'd imagine you do. I don't know. That's the next frontier, is the Spanish truth community. There's a lot of, I'm actually serious. Bex, do you speak Spanish? I could see you speaking Spanish, Bex. If you do, let me know. We're going to business, Bex. We'll do everything in Spanish. Okay, so she does. You see what I'm saying? The Spanish community needs like the Bro Sanchez version for them. Just take all the white truthiness and package it for fucking beaners. Mexicans especially. There's billions of them. Hey, listen, Sarah and Bex, because you apparently both speak Espanol. If you go ahead and do this, remember, I want 20% of whatever you guys get. It was my idea. I have it documented right here. April 12th, 2024, Z Show. It's time. So, yeah, okay, Mateo, I'm not jealous of Bro Sanchez. I like him. I can't listen to him. It's like when I try to watch black movies. It's very difficult. Unless it's like Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. I can't watch like a black movie. I try. It doesn't make me racist. Like the movie The Wood. Does anybody remember The Wood? I tried watching The Wood. It's impossible. I couldn't get through it. Even those Tyler Perry movies. I stumbled into a movie theater one time. Tyler Perry movie was on. It was one of the Medeas. Don't ask me why. I was doing that thing where I bought one movie ticket and I was going to stay there for like 3 movies all day long. And there was a little like in between time, a layover between the one movie and the other. So I said, okay, let me just walk into this Tyler Perry movie. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, nobody knows how to use inside voices. Why does everybody have the same like Ebonics street vernacular? That's not even real. Frankly, if I were like a black American, which is basically just an American, I would just say, what's going on with like black entertainment? Like, why did you do this to us? This is how you portrayed our community. Give me a break, everybody. Much love. Bro Sanchez, hit me up. Bring me on your show. It'll translate to approximately 0 new subscribers for me. Welcome, Burke. This is the Bro Sanchez show. Light it up. Lights up Friday. Today, we have a special guest. One's a Turdic warrior. Please give him a warm welcome. No, they wouldn't know what to do with me over there. Yeah, Mateo Earth. He's an expert in flat Earth. He doesn't need me there. It's too much. Give me a break. Anyway, much love, everybody. Much love, Tyler Perry, Bro Sanchez, and everybody else. Although there are some black movies. Yeah, I have to be honest. There's some black movies I really liked. Like I said, I enjoyed both Bad Boys 1 and 2. I liked when I was young. If you ever seen the movie Jason's Lyric, I highly recommend that movie. Jason's Lyric. I think Jada Pinkett Smith was in there. That's when Jada was like, wow. Oh, P.S. Everybody, when I was young, like middle school age, Zetetic Warrior, I had a thing for black ladies. I still do. I remember when Beyonce came out. She blew my mind. But back then, even before Beyonce, it was all about Jada. In the movie Jason's Lyric, Jada Pinkett is one of probably the most beautiful woman you ever see. And what was that movie that had Tupac in it? It had a young Janet Jackson. Also very fetching. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The movie Soul Food. That's also good. All I did my whole life was watch movies. So Soul Food's a good movie. I don't remember if Jade is in that one. Vivica Fox is in it. I'd imagine Jade is in it. Poetic Justice. Damn. Jessica Jane just nailed it. That's the movie with Pac and Janet Jackson. Nice one. Poetic Justice. Another good movie. Good black movie. Boys in the Hood. Good black movie. So that's it. All right, maybe we'll start the show. This is enough. No, Clint, not Superfly. That's racist. Geez, Clint, the whitest guy ever, just comes out with Superfly. What the fuck? Clint, you couldn't be more white if you tried, dude. Oh my god. Stop. All right, maybe we can start the show now. That's enough. Before I piss off too many people. I don't want to piss off the Bro Sanchez crowd. Mateo's a big fan. So funny, Mateo. You listen to me consistently, and now Bro Sanchez. But you still think we're both idiots about the flat earth thing. Kind of weird, Mateo. Cog this much? Goofball. Do you want another update? You want to know what I ate for dinner tonight, Mateo? You'll be happy. I actually had broccoli tonight, cauliflower, squash, Mateo, squash, and I had bread, which ideally I would have had like a baked potato, made the RT style. 30 minutes on 425, pull it out, throw a little bit of salt, high heat olive oil, back in the oven, 40 minutes at 375. Ideally, but I didn't have that much time. So I ate bread as my carb. That was my dinner. Okay, Mateo? Because I knew eventually you'd ask me. Fucking Bro Sanchez lover. Good. Pay attention next time you're over there, Mateo. All right, so Rose knows Spanish too. So nice. Good stuff. Spanish truthiness. That's the next phase. Who's with me? All right, let's he says what beverage? Jeez. Just water. I just drink water. I don't drink anything else anymore. I just drink water, Mateo. Purified, usually RO / and or distilled. Okay? Now you know. Let's get this going. We didn't come here to hear my take on black cinema. Or did we? I don't know. Weird. Let me get the camera on. There I am. Straighten out the beanie. Hi, everybody. Good to see all you. Because, again, I could see you. It's weird. When I turn my camera on, I could see you. That's right, Bex. I see you. Get it together. Official opening right now. Good evening, everyone. Greetings and salutations. You found your way to Z Show. That's right, everybody. It is the end of the rainbow, the bottom of the rabbit hole. And as always, we are broadcasting live and in living color around the level horizontal topographical plane that we call Earth. All right, guys and dolls, we are, as always, in store for a stupendous, spectacular, and dare I say, miraculous show. We'll probably meet some fine guests. We'll talk about some enlightening topics. We may laugh, we may cry, we may do both. It's a full experience here in Z Show, so strap on in, everybody. Enjoy the ride as we prepare to take off on the airship known as Z Show. Who's here? I said it right, RT's here. That's what I said, RT. 30 minutes, 425. RT, that's exactly what I said. You could rewind it. Capricorni, much love in the house. The lovely Bex Factor coming in as 0. Good to see you. West Coast Shell. Hello, West Coast. Good to see you. Should I zoom in on your picture? No, we'll let it go. I'll wait at least maybe like a day or two before I let your sleeve focus on you. Much love, though. Mindful Exposure, the lovely Sarah. Good to see you. Divine Spark 313. Heidi in the house. Much love. There's Smith W. coming at us. Sarah Breslin, the one, the only, Mr. Thunder Chicken, Solver Mist, D'Angelo, as always, pleasure, Mr. Mateo, coming at us from the city of brotherly love, Mr. Sean Alke from the Great White North, the incomparable, the lovely Rose 777, Mr. Clint, coming at us, whitest guy I've ever met. Don't judge me. Beautiful lady from the FLA. Angela Baby Carson. Good to see you. Jessica Jane. Much love. Much love. Mr. Dominic Tersini. Welcome as always. Queen of Swords. Rainwater. John Wayne. Mr. John Wayne. Is it the John Wayne? Back from the dead? Maybe you never died. Who knows? I wonder if they ushered John Wayne off to that same island that they sent like Bowie, Michael Jackson, Elvis, all those guys. Who knows? Get me to that. I want to go to that island. Apparently Dave Weiss goes to that island. He knows where it's at. It's somewhere like south of Kiribati and slightly west of the Iron Republic, near the land of Mu and the home of the Anunnaki, apparently. And Dave knows where all that's at. Don't let him fool you. He knows. He vacations out there in his timeshare. He goes out there. He takes that Jaren with him. Apparently, Witzik gets to go now. Who knows, Rose? Maybe they'll invite you at some point. I hear Santos Bonacci is on the guest list. It's a veritable who's who of the truth community. So thank you, Dave Weiss. And don't forget your pal Z. I want in. I'm just saying. Don't forget about Z. What do you think I'm here for? It's the fringe benefits. I want some flat earth trim. We all know that, which is hard to come by. Flat earth trim needs to be converted. Not many of you ladies understand the flat earthy thing. And the second thing I want the vacation out to the Iron Republic. I don't ask for much, just a trip beyond the ice wall. Is that too much to ask? Apparently so. I don't know. Anyway, much love. And more Z Show in a bit. In the meantime, let's listen to some music. All right, don't go anywhere. Much love. Thanks for being here, everybody. It's a beautiful day in the Z neighborhood, as always.
Yesterday, I can feel you breathing next to me, and I can hear your laughter, Jay. You tried to tell me what was right, and I told you what was real. Then all I ever live for is a piece of wood still. and others they lay bending or broken at the wheel. And all I need to carry on is a piece of wood and steel. Yeah, I was born my mama's only son. She loves me all she can, but there isn't much to say to her now that I'm a man. And I've often met the devil, but I've never made a deal. So I thank the Lord for hands to play this piece of wood and steel. Well, there's nothing more I'd like to know, nothing more I crave. Give or take a little time, you can write it on my grave. There's nothing more for me to do, nothing left to feel. So all I have to live for now is a piece of wood and steel. I can feel your arms around me like it were yesterday. I can feel you breathing next to me. I can hear your laughter's gay. You tried to tell me what was right, told me what was real, that all I ever live for is a piece of wood and steel. I said all I ever live for is a piece of wood and steel. Hope you have a wonderful day, YouTube.
Thank you, Mr. Lucky Haskins. We are having a wonderful day here on Z Show. Much love. Go give him a sub, Mr. Lucky Haskins on YouTube. 2 words, Lucky then Haskins. Good guy. Good guy. All right, guys and dolls, let's get into some stuff. What do you have? Mr. One to One says Z's beard is painted on. Don't be jelly, Mr. One to One, that I could rock the beard look. You could join the flow state list of who's jealous of Z's beard. Flow state still can't believe how I'm almost a decade older than him, with no grays in my beard. Well, he knows my secret, and now I'll tell all of you. I pluck the grays. You know, it's not hard. Just every once in a while, after I take a shower, I get a tweezers, and if I see a prominent gray hair, I pluck it. That's all. From my head, too. Eventually, I won't be able to. I won't be able to keep up. But now I just pluck the grays. Big deal. So what? Everybody has like grooming habits. Mine's plucking my beard. Do you want to know like the numbers I use to like trim it? Like the border between like 6 and 4 on the clippers too. I mean, come on. Mr. One to One says he has to pluck the green too. I know you meant gray, Mr. One to One. Much love. Over there, Mr. One to One's a scouser. He's a scouser. So he's over there in the lovely British Isles. Much love. Beck said that she only started to get grays from YouTube. Not surprising. All right, what do I have here? Let's get into some stuff. Some interesting things that I have on the docket. The Z Show docket. Here on a Friday show. Always interesting with the Friday vibe. We know Fridays are a bit unique. I wonder how Smith W is doing. We know he's here. How are you, Smith? Did you make it through the eclipse? Apparently you did, because we saw you here. I keep telling all you guys not to be scared of things, especially things in the sky. Nobody wants to listen to me. You guys should smarten up. Listen to your pal Z. Yeah, I know there's a bunch of controllers running the show. It's not new. None of it's new. It might be new to you. It might be new to like most of us, but it's not new. So, speaking about the controllers, let's get into this little short vid. I like this one. I like, as many of you might understand about me by now, I like small nuggets of truthiness. That's how my mind processes things. Yeah, like, okay, I could listen to like long form things. I get it. But when it comes down to it, I like the good stuff. I like the meat and potatoes. I want everything boiled down for me in digestible packages. And this minute or so vid does exactly that. Let me bring it up. This one's entitled The Cube, Kabbalah, Cabal, Global, and the Three-Dimensional World. And I like this one. Listen up, everybody.
Jesus' death on a cross is metaphorical for us falling from the higher planes of consciousness into a material plane. We sacrificed all of the higher planes of consciousness only to experience the thin visible spectrum.
All right, so the first thing he said was Jesus' death and resurrection can be considered like a metaphor for our lives in so many ways. Are the Christians going to get mad at me again? This is where I don't care. Go ahead, get mad. Rocky Shepard already rage quit Z show. He might have been like one of my last, like, doctrine believing Christians. But for everybody else, I like what he said. The resurrection of Christ can be considered, in a way, an analogy. The death of Christ to our experience here and his consciousness. And then he's pointing out now how when we're here in this world of material, that our ability to comprehend the entire light spectrum is limited. There's only a very small bandwidth along the entire spectrum of electromagnetic energy that we can perceive. We perceive it with our vision, and we call it light. But it's just a very small spectrum of energy amongst this grand ocean of energy. I'll let him continue.
Spectrum of light. This is the first dimension, the second dimension, and the third, length, height, and width. The cube is what gives birth to the material plane. So we are in the cube. This is up, down, front, back, left, and right. This is why the Jews wear the cube and the Mecca cube, and there are cubes all around the world. Cube unfolded is the cross.
All right, so he just went into the cube, and there's a lot of speculation around what the cube is, but I like what he just said. The cube can be analogous to the three-dimensional realm. You have your x-axis, your y-axis, and basically the z-axis. We know they're fascinated with the cube. Kabbalah, the tree of life. We saw our small Heidi friend there with a little cube they wear on their forehead. We know that. The cube in Mecca, and then some people say it's not a cube exactly, but it's more whatever a rectangular cube is. Somebody will give me the answer. Its dimensions aren't exactly proportional, but it's cubical, let's say. Even descriptions of the New Jerusalem in the Bible, it talks about like a monster cube that like comes down from the sky, and that's the New Jerusalem. Apparently, the cube's everywhere. They're fascinated with it. The Star of David, which is really a Star of Remphan, with the inverted triangles, forms a cube. There's cubes everywhere, man. Let's continue. Now he's going to relate the cube to the Christ.
cross, which is the Jesus cross, the body, because our consciousness died when it came here, because we suffered a loss of the higher planes of consciousness. The universe is created out of light. Low vibrating light turns into matter. High vibrating matter turns back into light. We are human. Hu means light. Man is manifested. We are light manifested into matter. The Bible says we're born.
I like what he said there. We are light manifested into matter. Not just us, but everything. Everything. In this reality, at least, in this physical reality, appears to be light. Light manifest. That makes sense. Human. Hue, light, man, manifest. Manifested light. I'm rocking with that. It doesn't mean this is the ultimate truth, but does it resonate? And even more importantly, this is what was occulted from the populace by the elites. They kept this knowledge in their secret brotherhoods, their mystery schools, in their fraternities. So this isn't new knowledge. And a lot of people call it New Age. Well, New Age to me is a deceptive term, because it's only New Age when juxtaposed with the doctrine of religion, the religion that we were presented with, prepackaged through this elite controlling structure. It's anything but New Age. It's actually the oldest age of knowledge. This idea of consciousness, spirituality, mentality, different planes of existence, different dimensions, all based on the tenets of frequency, energy, vibration. This is the fundamentals of this whole reality. It comes down to frequency. Everything appears to be in some type of sinusoidal synchronous vibration. Even light, especially light.
We're born into sin. Sin is sign, which is time, because we're born into a material plane where time exists. However, the elites worship the material world. They want to rule the material world and keep your mind stuck in third dimensional awareness. This is why.
And you see what he had there, the different levels? And he's right. The elites are very intent on focusing on the material and the material only. Now, they're aware of these other planes, these other higher frequencies of existence, of consciousness. They're completely aware of it, but everything is focused on the material world. Thus, this presentation of scientism, this idea of Darwinian-based macroevolution, this idea of exploring the cosmos through advanced technology. But look at the chart he has here. He has the spiritual, the mental, the astral, the etheric, and then the physical, the plane that we're aware of. It's the same thing that our new friend, Mr. Wayne McCroy, discussed with us the other night. Straight out of the mystery schools, straight out of the ancient knowledge, carried from antiquity. You can call it what you want. The advanced civilization of Atlantis. The information apparently was maintained post-Diluvian and carried up to modern times. And again, occulted. No less true now than it was then. And again, you have the spiritual, the mental, the astral, the etheric, and then the physical. And they represent these concepts in their imagery, in their iconography. This is how they communicate with each other. And typically, one must decipher this information to get an understanding of the message.
Yes, this is why they teach you this and evolution. And this is why they give you the false atom. They've trapped your mind in materialism because they've taught you that the universe is only physical.
I mean, come on, the guy nailed
If you
it.
don't like yourself,
The guy nailed it. This is the wonderful part about our existence, is that it's so much more than we've been led to believe. It could be scary. I get it. There's a fear factor associated with it. Like if you were like huddled in your home a few days ago during the eclipse, scared shitless, I understand. But that's just mindfuckery. You're just playing into their tactics at that point. Because reality shouldn't be scary. Because it's always been here. If you're discovering things and it's new to you, understandable. New information is often difficult to process, to amalgamate into one's consciousness, but it doesn't change anything. The only thing that changes is your awareness. It's all, plain and simple. Fear not. That's what I'm here for. I understand that now. This is like why I have to do my show. I can't let all these like grifty numerology people scare the shit out of like the truth community. I'm not going to have it. It's too much. Got to relax, everybody. Speaking about the eclipse, this is a golden little video here. Pay attention, everybody. Especially because I have people who come to my show and they say, Z, you keep saying that we live on an earth that is demonstrably level and horizontal, and it's more appropriately a topographical plane than anything else. But science and more than a handful of people evidenced on this show came up here and brazenly said to me, Z, doesn't the eclipse prove you wrong? Because science is able to predict the eclipses because we have probes in space and we have Voyager and telescopes that are existing in the near perfect vacuum of space, like the Hubble telescope, the James Webb, and others. Isn't it science, Z? Yeah, Morgan, but science. And I say, well, you might think that, but did you ever think that maybe they knew about these eclipses even before we had like rockets in space and even before we had like all this advanced technology? Well, check this out. This is evidence corroborating my position. This is mind-blowing. Pay attention for this one, everybody.
So this is a Pulsar's Canon of Eclipses. 1887 is the
So this is a book of eclipses. Pulsar's Canon of Eclipses. 1887. Watch this.
publication date. It has 8,000 eclipses computed in tabular form. My favorite part is in the back, though. We have these really cool maps of eclipse paths.
Look at these really cool maps of eclipse paths. Do you see them? They're really cool. Do you also see what kind of map it is? It's not the map that was in the front of the classroom, like when we were all like in elementary school. That's called the Mercator projection. It's not that. Look at the map they're using. It kind of looks like the map I talk about consistently. Some call it Gleason's map. Some call it an AE map. Other people just call it, like a map of the world. Does it even need any more explanation? Isn't that what maps are? They're basically graphic representations of a geographical area, in this case, the world. Well, look at it. Let me keep going. You see those little swirls on it? Pay attention, everybody.
And if we flip to this page is all the eclipses from 2008 to 2030.
All the eclipses from 2008 to 2030. Remember, this book is from 1887. And it's it's predicting eclipses for hundreds of years in advance. Just keep looking.
And if we look really carefully over here, we can see this says 4 in Roman numerals, which is April 8th, 2024, and there is the path for today.
April 8th, 2024, the eclipse we had a few days ago. Exactly represented in a book from 1887 on a flat earth map. Exactly represented. Oh, you want more? Okay.
This book is super cool. Hard to find though, expensive. If you want, I have a poster version. You can buy my. I have a poster version. Hard to find though, expensive. If you want, I have a poster version. Hard to find though. 2024 and there.
But look what else it has. You see the one it has here going from east to west? And you see how it says 2007? Right. It had that one too. Exactly. There's your X marks the spot, everybody. What are you saying, Z? What are you saying, Z? What I'm saying is this book in 1887 had the exact path and dates to the day of both eclipses that we witnessed here in the North Americas in recent times. And not only that, has every solar eclipse predicted for hundreds of years, if not more. And just know this, they didn't discover this in 1887. This has been predicted for thousands of years. The eclipse patterns have been known, unaltered, unchanged, and proven. The predictions are proven to be perfect. It begs the question, how, if we lived in a universe where the Earth was rotating and orbiting the sun, and the sun was in turn orbiting some great attractor in the Milky Way galaxy, and then that Milky Way galaxy was moving, and all these other stars were moving, and everything was just kind of going crazy like they tell us. Well, how would that be possible? How would it be possible to predict every eclipse for thousands of years with exactitude? Well, I'll give you the answer. It wouldn't be possible. It would be impossible. Because in reality, we live on a fixed, immovable earth with the sky moving above us as a perfect timepiece that does not change at all. Plain and simple. Globe is dead, everybody. It's been since its inception. Now, you could cling to your pre-indoctrinated beliefs, your engineered presuppositions, but at this point, you look foolish, at least to anybody who has a mind.
And there is the path for today. This book is super cool. Hard to find though, expensive. If you want, I have a poster version. You can buy my TikTok shop of all the eclipse paths from 2008 in that one pane, and then the next pane taking you to 2054.
Love it. I love spiking the ball in all your faces. Like the ones who come here and try to tell me what an idiot I just love it sometimes. That's my end zone dance right there. To everybody who came up and said, see, the eclipse, idiot. Science, dum-dum. Thunder Chicken says he needs those in his office wall. Yeah. If you want Thunder Chicken, I can post the guy's link. I mean, you could see it right here, dude. Let me, because I think it just came off Dave's app. So it's at Welch Labs, WELCHLABS on TikTok. You can get him. I might get him too, man. Fascinating. I love it. I love how the eclipses are like predicted for hundreds and thousands of years in advance perfectly. I love how it shows a path of totality no more than like 100 miles in diameter. Therefore, definitively proving that the moon, if indeed it is the moon that's casting the shadow, can be no larger than 100 miles in diameter. Definitive. Things don't cast a shadow smaller than themselves. Get it? Or should I say it like this? The sun doesn't cast shadows that are smaller than the object casting it. You understand? Never, ever, ever. That includes you when you're walking down the street, your shadow. That includes the shadow of a tall building, of a plane, of a cloud, and of the moon. Plain and simple, the moon can't be any larger than 100 miles in diameter. And that's if it's even a physical object. Let's not even assume that. I hope you globe idiots are paying attention. See, I shouldn't call you idiots, but Heidi's right. I like spiking the ball in your face because you come up here so arrogantly, so egotistically and brash, thinking that you know something that the dumb flat earther doesn't. I love it. And I'm saying I'm going to say now what I said the other day. The lunar eclipse is on my top 3 proofs of the flat earth. It's top 3. It has to be. It might even be, it can't be number 1, but it's in top 3. If you don't see it, that's not my fault. If you want to cling to your little beliefs, your little security blanket like a baby, that's on you, not me. If you want my respect, well, you're never going to get it like that. Let's check this one out. This one's a little different topic. Interesting nonetheless. Hold on. This little video is entitled, What's Buried Under Egypt? And it includes some very interesting pictures, historical pictures regarding the land that we call Egypt and many of the structures that we find there. Let's get into this one.
These are scenes from a much different Egypt than we have been shown in our history books, showing a very buried city under the sand, pyramids built right on top of ancient tree stumps.
Pyramids built on top of ancient tree stumps. That's a crazy picture.
And a sphinx that looks much different than the face we see today. And when I say built on top of ancient tree stumps, just look at this map from Cairo. Let's take a little closer look onto the top right of it. All those pyramids right on top of flat top mountains, or as we know them here, ancient trees. Everything has been reshaped in this world we know, mostly in part to hide our true past, our true origins, the true purpose of these structures like the pyramids. I think they were once part of an advanced civilization's free energy network, and they definitely go a lot deeper than we see. We have just started unburying from the last reset. What do you think the true purpose of the pyramids were? Let me know in the comments. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
That's right, friends. Question everything. And the Giza pyramids are just one example of this underlying idea that, well, we see a history that evidences a previous advanced civilization, potentially many, that underwent some type of cataclysm. You can give it all kinds of names. The flood of Noah, mud floods, reset events, on and on. The evidence is incontrovertible at this point. We live in a world that at some point experienced great strife, some type of natural disaster. The evidence is all around, buried underneath of us. Now, we can argue the time frame. Thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago. This is where things get murky, and we can debate. But to me, the debate is over regarding the idea that an advanced civilization existed here on this earth that was technological, seemed to be very spiritual and conscious in the past. Now, the mystery schools date the final dissolution of Atlantis to 9600 BC, almost 12,000 years ago, give or take. But they put it right around 9600 BC as the fall of Atlantis. It apparently fell in stages slowly, but then finally all at once with the sinking of its remaining island of Poseidonus. This is what the mystery schools hold as our history. Juxtapose that with the idea of a technologically advanced civilization that may have existed as short as a few hundred years ago, evidenced by some of the great Gothic architecture, some of which still exist to this day, much of which seems to have been purposely destroyed in the late 1800s and early 1900s, especially in the Americas and elsewhere. Regardless of the timeline, there is strong evidence that an advanced civilization existed, especially here in the Americas. The mystery schools know it. They refer to this land, the United States, as the New Atlantis. The secret destiny of America, well, it's becoming less secret. The idea that much of the architecture and the buildings that we see even to this day may have been discovered. All around. It's fascinating. What we know for sure at this point is that the history that they teach us, the history that they are today still teaching the youth, is completely made up and very likely instituted for control. Again, they occult the true information of this realm. They occult the information that demonstrates and proves that we live in a conscious realm, a spiritual realm, one that is etheric and astral. And they present us with this crude material as if it is the only thing that exists. And their main tool is this scientism, which I contend is the default religion of the modern age, because it is adhered to like a religion. It is not evidenced clearly. Clearly. It has been disproven over and over and over again. But yet it is still taught and preached with the same zealot-like presentation that you would see in a religious organization. Plain and simple. What else do I have here? Let me play this one. This is like an inspirational thing. Does anybody know Rumi? I've been hearing about this Rumi guy ever since social media was invented for like 20 years. Since the beginning of it. I haven't investigated Rumi yet, but let's play this. Maybe it'll motivate me to get into Rumi.
If you don't like yourself, just remember what Rumi said. You suppose you are the trouble, but you are the cure. You suppose that you are the lock on the door, but you are the key that opens it. It's too bad that you want to be someone else. You don't see your own face, your own beauty. Yet no face is more beautiful than yours. Only from the heart can you touch the sky. People of the world don't look at themselves, and so they blame one another. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. When you go through a hard period, when everything seems to oppose you, when you feel you cannot even bear one more minute, never give up. Because it is the time and place that the course will divert.
Thank you, Rumi. Enlightened Indian mystical type guy. At this point, I don't quite know what to make of all the religions and all these various spiritual practices that have been presented to us. But again, I know this. They appear to be hiding the most important information. And that says something to me. Now, I can't begin to understand their motives. I'm not them. I'm not part of their club. But I could guess. Part of me thinks that, well, information is power. Knowledge is power. Maybe we're not ready for it. Have you looked around? Have you seen your neighbors, members of your community? Just take a stroll through your local supermarket or like big box store like Walmart or Target. Do they look like they're ready for like the information of the ages? And here's what it comes down to. It appears that the big secret is that the fall of Lucifer and the 1/3 angels that followed him appears to be reality. This is the big secret, is that we're dealing with an angelic, or should I say, we're dealing with angelic beings that in some way are interacting with humanity for whatever purpose, for whatever reason. But that seems to be the big secret, is at some point in the not too distant history of humanity, we began an interaction with, for lack of a better term, fallen angels. This is the big secret. You can call it Luciferian. You can call it Enochian. There's many understandings, many lenses through which we can view this. But that appears to be the big enchilada behind this whole place, which means so many things. One, it means the Bible's real, not like metaphorical. It means it's literal. And two, it evidences a spiritual conscious reality, one in which the concepts of good and evil are not just mere understandings. They're not just intellectual, but they're objective and literal. This is what they don't want you to know. They want you to think that you evolved over billions and billions of years from pond scum, and that the earth you live on is basically an insignificant speck of dust existing in an ever-expanding infinite universe. It's a complete inversion. All right, here's what we'll do. I'm going to play some music. The link's in the chat for anybody who would like to come up and contribute to today's show. Much love, everybody. Thank you for being here. We'll give some people time to come up if they so choose by playing a little bit of the old music. Why not? We'll get our own little frequency going, our own little energy and vibe. All right, much love, everybody. Don't go anywhere. There's more Z Show coming up on a Friday. Like I said, smoke them if you got them, folks. All right, much love.
the airship. I'm a kidney with the bottom with the velvet. Over the castles of Tartaria and to the palm trees of Antarctica. I'm on the airship, moving up the coastline of the earth, soaring through the skies in Anatolia with the birds high. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now floating in space.
Of the finest military in the world. Michael and I.
Does anything scare him?
You know, well, when Michelle's mad, when Michelle's mad,
Michelle Obama is a man. Oh yeah. Her real name is Michael. She's a trans. Oh yeah. I would have thought you noticed the in her pants. Oh yeah. Obama's really a his wife is a man. Oh yeah. They had the country fooled with it. They really had us fooled. They had the whole world fooled with it. Yeah, they had us all fooled. Michelle Obama is a man. Oh yeah. Her real name is Michael. She's a trans. Oh yeah. I would have thought you noticed the dick in her pants. Oh yeah. Obama's really a his wife is a man. Oh yeah. They had the country fooled with it. They really had us fooled. They had the whole world fooled with it. Yeah, they had us all fooled. They had the country fooled with it. They really had us fooled. They had the whole world fooled with it. Yeah, they had us all fooled.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
We already
president?
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
No, Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Of the finest military in the world. Michael and I.
Michelle's a trans. We all know it. Rest in peace, Joan Rivers. Beautiful lady. And turns out, American hero. Who knew? Who knew it would be Joan Rivers that would end up being the hero that we needed to let us know, like a while ago, that indeed we've had our first like gay president, everybody, dum-dums. And it's Barack. Hey, guess what? I think he wasn't the first. Have you seen some of these first ladies? Eleanor Roosevelt and others? Come on. Even that Mary Todd Lincoln. What was going on? How come if you're a president, like there's a 50% chance that your wife is a trans dude? I even have questions about that Jackie O. Who's with me? Jackie O, you're suspect. Which makes you suspect, Mr. Kennedy. I'm just saying. Yeah, Barbara Bush. Barbara Bush was Aleister Crowley with a wig. If he could have lived that long. For those who may be new to the conspiratorium, Barbara Bush is very likely the child of one Aleister Crowley. This isn't even conspiracy at this point. Oh, I can go off on the Michelle Obama thing. Luckily, I have Smith W. backstage. He's the perfect guy to bring up when we talk about Michelle Obama's wang. What happened to Rat Blood? I was just about to bring Rat Blood up, and he fucking left. Rat Blood, like I had a whole thing queued up for your segment, and you just disappeared. I had like a whole video I was going to play. Oh well. I lost Rat Blood. Let me bring up Mr. Smith W. Mr. Smith W., welcome back to the show.
How you doing?
How are you, good sir?
I'm well.
Are you?
I am. I'm doing all right.
So it's Friday. So, you know, where are we going with this?
Oh, I don't know. You were saying there about Obama being the first president.
Well,
there.
we know he's not the first one.
I know. The first more openly, even though he pretends like he's not open about it. But San Francisco is known for that. 67,606 days from San Francisco to his birth. I thought that was interesting.
So, how are you? How did you do with the whole eclipse?
I did fine. Couldn't really see it there. My place that I'm at is one of the most chemtrailed places in the whole country.
You didn't see it? Mine was chemtrailed too.
Oh, I mean, it was bad. It has been for days here. Yeah.
So I said, Smith, I need to focus on you. I'm distracted with the chat. I actually thank the government for chemtrailing on the day of the eclipse because I was able to view the eclipse with my bare eyes because there was a haze of chemtrailness above me that created like just enough layer of clouds where I could see the eclipse through it, but yet it was obstructed enough where I could just view it with my own eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had that view for probably the first, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes from it starting, but yeah, then it just went. But yeah, I did see that too.
Yeah. So thanks, controllers, for that. The other thing is, Smith, I've Talcott in the back, so I don't know whose music to play, your music or his. I'm confused now.
Oh, either way.
So when I got all these things going on, I'm like pulled in a million directions.
So you can make fun of me, and then I could dip out.
So that was your thing. It's I know you have a video. I'm not going to play your 4-minute video, dude.
Oh, right.
It's too much.
Yeah.
You
Too many
get it? I don't even
connections.
play. I don't even play like 4 minutes of like other stuff.
It's really
But
like too many connections because the Eclipse is like a ring, and Bill Russell's called the Lord of the Rings. He won the most championships. He played for the Celtics, and Biden's Secret Service nickname is Celtic.
is that the
Yeah.
thing? Because I have Jack backstage, and I'm not going to sit here for 4 minutes and play your fucking your video when I could just tell people to go to your channel and watch the video.
Yeah, you could do that.
So what is okay? Here's the thing: is Z Show? I'm not like a huge channel. Okay, I get anywhere from like 6 to maybe 800 views a fucking episode, depending how long I go. There's way bigger channels than mine, Smith. How come Z Show is like the place that you come to shill your videos? Is it because I'm the guy that'll actually fucking talk to you? Just admit it. At least throw me my flowers and say, yeah, Z, you're the one fucking guy who's going to sit here and entertain me, even when you've been mean to me so many times on my own show. You've cursed me out. You've said nasty, horrible things about me all around the metaverse, but I'm the guy who entertains you. I kind of want some acknowledgement on that, Smith. I want my kudos.
I think I did, and I thought we were good, but okay. Yeah, no, I'm not out there backbiting on you.
We are good. Who said we weren't good? How did your family make out with their Portland trip? I get excited when I talk to you.
They did all right. They went to Seattle. They said they only saw two homeless people the whole time.
So that's your litmus test to whether or not an area is like good versus bad.
Well, I know that it's overrun by them. So yeah, I mean, I was a good sign.
Is Seattle where they had the Chad's zone where they basically took over and kicked the cops out?
Yeah. Yeah, I had another one I put out because I always put Seattle in the chat like cattle, but then I made another short video and it's like look at this, because Addle is the worthless rubble that's left over after they've taken all the ore or value. They're going to destroy Seattle. That's been their plan forever.
How come everything with you is destruction, fucking mayhem, dude? Here's the thing. Let me ask you something, Smith. Is it possible? I'm trying to go easy on you here. Is it possible that you're simply projecting your internal consciousness out on the world with your predictions of doom, gloom, and destruction?
Well, other than me saying that Seattle's going to be, I didn't say, hey, on the eclipse, I did.
You did. You told me the eclipse was going to be some big fucked up thing, and I kept telling everybody to stop.
I said that it possibly could be because
everybody said that. Oh, come on.
There's a verse Q95. I won't go any further with that. But yeah, there's a verse, and that was the end of the holy months. Yeah, you got nothing bad in there.
All right, so I'm looking through your. All right, so it looks like you start off with Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
I like how you put the visuals in.
Well, I've been trying to do a little better. The audio on it sucks. I had to re-record it like 30 times. It's sped up in some, but it's not slow, and I don't say a bunch.
Then you connected him to Jordan. Why did you put a number 9 on Jordan's back?
Because Jordan wears 9 for the Olympics.
He wears 9 for the Olympics.
923 was supposed to be the rapture code. I don't believe in a pre-trib rapture. It was 923, because he was put on the cross at 9 until 3 when he died.
I know. I've been hearing about the 923 rapture for a while, dude. September 23rd.
And it's not happening. But yeah, you'd have to rewind there. But 9, and then
it's like every September, it's the same fucking thing, dude.
King Charles to his.
Did you hear my rant on the numerology people earlier? Did you hear me go in on it?
I did, and I tried to rewind it to go back in here. It's just something about people having apophenia, so I thought people could.
Well, I didn't count you in on the numerology people because you seem to be your own. Then you connected it to Kobe Bryant. Of course, I knew. Kobe would come in.
Have you seen Kobe's statue? I saw somebody else. No, I haven't seen Allen Iverson's statue, but have you seen Kobe's? It's the magician. He's doing the magician tarot pose. And Mega, Make America Great Again, is a highest ranking mage in Satanry. Look up the Church of Satan and look up MAGA. It's a 5th rank magician. Because we're going to drain the swamp. And we're going to build the magic kingdom. And Turin, like the Shroud of Turin, which is in this video, is called Magic City.
All right, so here's the interesting thing.
Why the fuck would they call it Magic City?
I, interestingly enough, actually agree with you on a significant proportion of your whole thing. So that's, I don't know, maybe that's why I'm fascinated with you, is because I get it that they would encode their weird little fucking, I don't, like you said, like the magi, magician, maga. That makes sense to me. And I could see them making like Kobe, like, I don't know, like a Baphomet or something, like they did with like George Washington. That doesn't
I
surprise
mean, you'd
me.
have to somewhere in there. It's 23962 days from Bill Russell, from his first game to his death, and that's the zip code of Clover. And who did Bill Russell play for? The Clovers, the Celtics.
Okay, but why does everything have to be so scary with you? Why does everything
I
have
don't
to
want it to be
be?
scary. I always tell people
Come
there
on,
is hope.
dude.
They
Come
want
on. No,
people
you come
hopeless.
on here
And
a
there's
million
hope.
times, and you've told me about we're all fucked. Remember when you used to tell me that I'm an idiot for doing like a funny show and trying to make people laugh because we should all just bend over and kiss our asses goodbye and be
Well,
fucking scared? Do you remember
I
when you
do
did all
remember
that stuff?
saying that one, but I think we'd have, let's why rehatch the past? I'm over
All
that.
right, okay. All right, so I
Yeah,
gotta bring
Magic
Jack.
first psyop was the
I have other people in the back. I
okay.
have
I'll dip
Talcott and
out,
other
man.
people. People
I'll
want no, but I just want to ask you. So are you? Where are you? Give us an update. Do you have anything on OJ?
I have something on OJ. It's not super interesting, but yeah, I had something on OJ. It ties into the predicted assassination of Trump that I'm not predicting. That's supposed to happen on May 9th, possibly. But I think the main one, and I just lost my train of thought, but she's talking about Magic with his first psyop. He trusted the government, and look, he's okay. And the guy who's from Seattle that founded a computer company says that thing Magic had is making a comeback in 2025. And then you look at the De Gaulle report, and then it makes sense what was that guy's name that was in the whatever, and he did crypto. He was huge on YouTube, and they banned him from there because he said they were going to combine the stuff from 311 with what Magic had.
I know who. I know the guy. The weird part is I know
Vigilante
the guy
dollar.
you're talking about. That's
Vigilante
the weird part.
dollar. I just
Like,
remember
the fact
that
that I
he
know
was
that
really
makes
big
me
pushing
fucked
saying
up.
they were going to combine the two, and then he got taken off YouTube.
All right, so let me ask you, why do they keep associating all the Illuminati bullshit with like these black athletes? Why black athletes?
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Bull is ball. Christian Bale, I don't believe in a pre-tribulation rapture, born 1,666 days before Kobe. Christian Bale, American Psycho. They say Kobe was a psycho, the supplanter. A supplanter, listen, is a heel grabber. He tore his Achilles. 2,480 days later, he died. What was his numbers? 24 and 8. So
God, you're like a fucking veritable encyclopedia with this knowledge,
and
dude.
and if I had better editing and I had a better, I've got a clear mind, but if it would make more sense to people, I'm going to link.
Well, you need more money, dude.
Taylor
You
Swift
have to
in China.
monetize. Hold on. I got to railroad you when you're on my show. It's the only way to keep it fucking popping. Look, you need to monetize. All right. You need to do like a donut factory, Enter the Stars, RV, fucking Goofy, Zach Hubbard.
I'll never do that.
All right.
I do not
But
want
you know,
money. I'll put stuff in people's chat.
Look, admit it, dude. Admit it that it pisses you off. That I guarantee you, all the names I just mentioned are.
You know who really pisses me off? Sorry to throw his name out there. Joseph Aquaviva saying the rapture's going to happen any day. Can I get money for my wife's car? That shit
Here's the thing, dude. You know these guys are probably pulling in 10K a month minimum.
Probably.
You know that, right?
I enjoy earning my money. I enjoy working. I do.
Come on, man. All right. Much love, Smith.
All right. Peace out.
Talk to us again. I got to say, audience, Smith's fucking rap is not completely fucking crazy to me. It's not. He's in on a lot of stuff. I get it, the whole joy, but it's his particular perspective on it. It's everything has to be like so I don't know, catastrophic. I don't like that part of it because I don't think that's the real part. All right, so let me get my next guest up here.
Holy cows, man. Holy cows. My cheeks are hurting. I've been laughing and smiling for so long. So much of today. Thank you, Z. You're great, man.
Jack, welcome back to Z Show.
Hey, thank you for allowing. I appreciate it. You were saying some stuff earlier. I was hoping to jump in with, but
Let's get into it, man. I say a lot of stuff. Jack, a lot of people think I've lost my mind, but I've actually never been more clear and more sane in my thinking, which maybe that's the weird, crazy part about this world is the closer one gets to, let's say, any sense of consciousness, the more one tends to look that much crazier to the rest of the public, man. It's such a weird thing that happens. It's kind of fascinating. What do you think about that?
it's been repeated throughout history like that, where the advanced minds were kind of rejected and ignored during their lifetime. But I think we're experiencing that in a different way. There's more of us. There's a lot of us who are kind of awakening and tapping into different ways of thinking than what the conditioned world taught, right? And that kind of goes back to what you were talking about earlier. But
so, what in particular was of interest to you during my presentation? Do you remember? I covered a few things. A lot of it, I think, is about what I want to focus on is this idea that the understanding of many in the elite circles, the understanding that has been occulted from the mass populace, is an understanding of this world that is much more than the base material. It goes into an understanding of a spiritual world, a world that is mental, that is etheric and astral. And that is such a fundamental thing that I'm more and more trying to hold in my consciousness and remember that this isn't just new age information. This is the information of the ages. And it appears to have been minimized and almost vilified in this modern era of science, where people will come on and they'll say to me consistently that I'm basically out of my mind because I don't agree and understand their so-called science. And so I have to hold this because here's the thing, Jack. It's easy to slip back into the control matrix and the mindset of the hypnotic masses. And I think we have to actively, it's one of the reasons why even coming here and engaging consistently in these conversations is helpful, because we need to actively remember that word specifically, to put our pieces back together, the pieces of ourselves that have been dismembered. We must remember into a unified being. Go ahead, Jack.
brother, what you're saying, these are the things I wanted to jump in with. Exactly what you just brought up again. The knowledge, the esoteric knowledge of things beyond just the material and the form. It's been kind of ignored by the masses, or, hidden from the masses, but it's certainly been misunderstood. And it is so important, the spiritual aspects of life, breaking beyond the material. And then there was something else you were saying too.
Well, the idea that we must consciously remind ourselves actively with intent of the things that they are consistently hiding from us.
Yes. And I love what you said, the remembering, the bringing together, you bringing the body together, uniting the truth. The truth outside of us is eternal, but what we cognize and our awareness of the eternal truth and the objective truth, each of us are limited in our own ways. That's what I've been realizing. So the truth is a resonance. This is what I was considering the other day. The truth is a resonance from within to what is outside. And so we feel the truth. And the truth it'll emerge, the answers emerge from within through our thoughts or the feelings. If that makes sense. It ties into some of the other things you were talking about too. The scientism. Scientism has convinced us to focus on the material world and the experts and authorities. It's really easy to confuse people.
There's so much deception that it's easy to get focused on the negative aspects of it. Because that's the comfortable thing. They're bringing us, I should say, they're attempting to bring us into a particular vibration, particular mind state, one in which serves them. It forwards their ends, their goals. They seem to be attempting to create a world where we are being exploited to their aggrandizement. So there needs to be oppositional voices that speak loudly and remind people of who and what they are. And that's why I'm consistently, Jack, pushing or presenting my perspective. It's mainly to remind people you are not insignificant. You're not an accident. Atoms didn't just haphazardly combine to make you. That's the big lie of these ages. But I have a guest in the back. Let's welcome one of my frequent listeners, Mr. 1-to-1. He's a British guy, Jack. I always like to talk to people from across the pond. Let's talk to him. Welcome to the show, Mr. 1-to-1.
Yeah, it's 1-to-1. It's a D, not a T.
What's up? What's up, my Scouser friend?
I'm not a Scouser, man.
I don't know. You're not. Again, what you're closer to London. Is that what you told me before? I'm trying to remember. Are you near Brixton?
No, a bit north from there.
You're a bit north of Brixton?
Yeah, southeast.
So what would we call you? Like, so if you're not Scouse, you're not from Brixton. What would we say? Like colloquially, what is it?
That's just the southerner, isn't it? I suppose.
Of what?
Down.
What's he saying, Jack?
He said he's a southerner. He's
a southerner, like South London.
Yeah. It's like I'm speaking an alien language, isn't it?
Well, it's like, British. It's British. Yeah, I know it's London. Accent. Heidi's reminding me it's London. Jack, last time he was up here, I wanted him to sing the Dick Van Dyke classic songs from Mary Poppins.
Oh my goodness.
Jack, see, I have a problem. I'm 45 years old, and like an insolent child, I just generalize people into broad swath categories and then make fun and lampoon them. Like, God forbid anybody calls in from Australia or New Zealand.
They're like, Skippy, get to the water.
Yeah, exactly. And to me, the most, I'll just be nice and say the most interesting British accent is the South African. Like our friend that we met on Z Show, Mr. Flatsoid, he's got the South African accent. That may be the most unique of all the British Isle accents. I don't know, but much love, Mr. 1-to-1. What's on your mind tonight? You were active in the chat talking about tesseracts and cubes and
Correct.
infinite
Yeah, pull
fractal
up that.
geometry. What's going
Yeah,
on?
pull up what I posted today, man. It's
Hold on,
one
let me
of
make your
things.
phone microphone. Let me make your microphone louder because you're too cool for school guy. Jack, we got.
I'm too
I love
cool.
you, Mr. 101, but he's got the too cool for school attitude. It's like
See this beard,
not going
yeah?
to project, not going to pronunciate.
See, yeah?
Just
You
going
know
to do
your
his
beard. This is one day. This is a
what?
one day beard. That's one day, bruv. My beard.
Oh, you're saying what? You shave and that's your like 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, this is one day.
So
You're on a
why
week.
why were you saying that I paint my beard
I'm
on?
playing in it, man. Come on.
I've seen people do that. They paint. Jack, have you ever seen people paint on their sideburns? They put like a
Yeah, it's just coloured in,
yeah.
isn't it? It's just pencil.
Yeah, they put like a I don't know, like a pattern over top, like a stencil pattern over top, and they spray their
Yeah, start
sideburns in.
drawing shit on their head and that, don't they? You know what I mean?
Well, in the old days, Jack, do you remember like in the 80s and 90s, there was like a powder that you can put on your hair to fill your hair in? It was like a dry powder and you'd shake it on your head to give like a balding person more volume. I'm just saying.
These days, they pull it out of your beard and put it around your head.
Right. The hair transplants look pretty good nowadays. If you have enough money, you can get a full head of hair, no problem.
Yeah, they pull it out like root by root and inject it into your head.
And you're saying it comes from your beard as opposed to like maybe your body hair or pubic hairs?
From wherever. You put your pubes in there if you really want. But
oh my God.
Have a couple curly ones, like whatever, innit?
All right,
swear,
so
like,
what?
Beard pulled out and he got his whole hairline put back in.
So let's talk about fractal geometry, tesseracts, and things like that. Tell me about it.
You need to bring it up, or it's just gonna sound bonkers, man.
More bonkers than you already do sound?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like without like a visual display, it's just fucking bonkers, isn't it?
All right, so now you're up. I got Jack up. Is there another one that wants me to play a fucking video? How's this? Why don't you just tell me the bonkers thing? That way we can participate. See, Jack, do we have to like teach everybody? I know you're new at everything. You could just talk about it. We could have a conversation about tesseracts and fractal geometry.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, you need to sort of bring up the visual stuff, like otherwise, you know what I mean?
All right, so what is it? What do you think that Heidi Divine Spark 313 says she likes you? How's that make you feel?
Yeah, but for all I know, she could be some fat guy that's just a bit weird.
No. She yeah, but she's not.
Come on.
So it's been verified. Heidi is indeed Heidi. She's been verified.
Yeah.
She's been up on screen and stuff.
Man with a wig.
She's not a man with a wig. You're gonna be pissed at me. I unsubbed from you this morning, dude, because all you're doing is showing me pictures of a hand. So Jack, this guy's into what's it called when you're palm reading? He's way into palm reading.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay.
You try explaining that without a picture. Come on, you might as well just say like any old random words.
All right, so how about this? As I'm trying to find your fucking channel, why don't you explain to Jack and the audience what's so interesting about palm reading? Educate us.
Well, you see what you want to see, don't you? Like, and most people that I explain it to, yeah, they don't see it until you point it out to them. Then they say they see it, but they kind of just say, "Oh, it's because you showed me it," even though they're clearly looking at it and they've said they can see it. But then that's the thing: if you don't see it, you don't see it. But when you see it, you can actually see it, and then you'll just deny what you fucking see.
All right, so let me ask you. So what's the it?
It's like some cognitive dysfunction.
Hold on. All right, so what's the it that you're looking for? Gee, do you just wait till I talk to talk? Let's try again, Mr. 101. I know. Calm down. I know you. I know it's late where you are, and you've been drinking a little bit. I get it. I'm not against alcohol. It's just, Jack, I don't drink anymore, man. I got it out of my life because you want to know the real reason? One, I don't sleep well. And I don't like things, Jack, that interfere with my sleep patterns anymore. Even cannabis. So I've done experiments. I've done experiments where if I don't smoke weed, even for one night, I will have very vivid dreams. And cannabis represses my dream state. And other people have told me that.
Dreams are better than reality. That's why they're called dreams.
Hey, speaking of, I'm gonna step out and go live my dream. There's a concert I'm gonna go attend. But I wanted to thank you, and pleasure to meet you. Enjoy the stream.
All right, blessings, Jack. I'm sure we'll talk in the near future. Much love. That's Mr. Jack Talcott, everybody. The man, the myth, and the legend. What did he say? He's going to a... Did he say he's going to a concert?
No, he's going to Dream World.
Did you say party poet? Let me ask you, Mr. One-to-One, if you were on a, let's say, like a ship, right? Like in the ocean. And, you know, like it was Titanic. Have you ever seen the movie Titanic at the end? With Rose and Jack? All right. So say like you're on Titanic and the life raft can only hold one more person. And Jack's in the water and party poet is in the water next to him.
Mate,
and you could only save one. Who would you save, Jack or Party Poet, and why?
Poet just for entertainment. Yeah.
You would bring in Party Poet just so he can entertain.
Yeah,
I don't know,
he's
Jack.
got stories of days. Do you know what I mean? And like, you know, he explained how he fucking pulled his microwave apart. Why didn't he just cut them little clips off the door and poke them in their holes?
What?
You know, you got your microwave. They got two little clips that poke in on the door. Cut them off, poke them in the microwave. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Oh, I see what you mean. So for anybody that knows what he's talking about,
yeah, if anyone wants to microwave their head, like.
Right. So Mr. Party Poet, who's a frequent contributor to Z Show, basically taught us all how to microwave our heads. So if indeed you are particularly inclined to do so, all right, so the point you're making is that he told us that he basically had to rewire the circuitry to disable the door, and it was a big thing. So you're saying he just should have opened the door, stuck two little prongs into the door thing to simulate the closed door.
Yeah, in little clips. Boom. Hold the door open. Done, innit?
I never thought of that, dude. You actually just made some fucking sense there.
Until he said it. Then I was like, that's just cut them off, poke them in there. You're done.
All right, listen, if I resubscribe to your channel, are you going to stop just posting nonsense?
Probably not, no.
Because like you post stuff with your cats and stuff. All right, so here's the thing, audience. I got Thunder. Let me Thunder Chicken. Cat. Hold on, Thunder Chicken. Welcome to Z Show.
Yo.
See, that's...
So okay, so Mr. One-to-One likely is not happy that I unsubscribed from him because I'm having a tough time finding his channel. But he puts like 30-second videos of his cat. So here's the thing, One-to-One. I'm all business when I'm on YouTube. I'm not here. You see what I'm saying? Like I like to go through. I curate content for my show. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get information, and I'm consistently running across your videos of your cat. So I just unsubbed you. And now you want me to pull it up, and it's a whole... I'm going to subscribe to you again, but stop with the cat videos, please.
That was like one video.
No, it was way more than one.
It was one, bruv. Come on.
Okay, then why am I seeing a video that says playtime with my kitty, and then another video that says... Oh, but the one before that also says playful curly-tailed kitty.
Yeah, that was about a month ago.
Tells me all I need to know right there.
And then I have another one. Ready? Cat purring mega loud. So that's 3. Oh, here's the 4th one. Here's the 4th one. Cat fangs. Cat fangs. Okay, so am I proving a point to you? Here's another one. Crazy cat. Yeah. Oh, what about this one here? Pretty curly-tailed kitty cat playtime. Preceded by curly-tailed cat. And you want to know why I unsubbed from you? What the fuck are we talking about, dude? What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Is this
now? If you're a woman, it's understandable. Like you don't get no breaks.
Right.
I fully understand, bruv. Come on. If you don't
So
wanna
we're
see
talking about.
cats,
Are we talking about tesseracts or are we talking about cats here? What are we doing?
All right, so let me bring up his Tesseract video. Hold on. I feel like I'm in a fucking Avengers movie with a Tesseract.
The tesseract. Unlimited
Loki.
power.
On the Loki. It is like that, though.
Yeah.
It's like whole Tesseract if you want to fully trip out.
All right,
It's
hold on.
like
I'll bring it up.
stop. Like,
Fucking hawking me for this thing. I have all Jack's theme songs playing in the background.
Ah, it sucks. I miss Jack. I love Jack. He's looking more like Macaulay Culkin on acid every day.
What? What is that reference?
He just looks like with the haircut. I don't know. It's just he's got a lot going on there.
I cut my
It's
hair
an
for years,
interesting man.
Like he has bangs.
He's going for it. Yeah.
All right.
Gotta love Jack.
Thankfully, I found the Tesseract video, everybody. So hold
It's
on.
only a quick anyway.
All right, hold on. I'm bringing it up. Calm down. What's your YouTube channel? It's Mr. One to One, like your name, right?
Yeah, not 1 to 1. 1 to 1. The 1 to 1.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, you call me Mr.
All right.
1 to 1. Like I'm a mobile phone contract.
God, you're such a weird dude, man. You know you're weird, right?
Yeah, what do you do for a living? Like, how do you? I'm curious about that more.
Thunder Chicken. He's British. I've never met a British guy with a job. I don't think they have to work, dude. It's
No,
weird. They
that-
just conquered the whole world, and now they're just living off the royalties of all their conquest exploits and like is that the
Spice
thing?
dividends.
Yeah, they're living off spice dividends. What's up with that? None of them appear to have to do anything. They're never stressed. They're always fucking laid back. I don't understand. All right, so are you going to bring us through this video with your shitty microphone? Hold on. Can you bring your microphone? Can you bring your mic closer to your face? Can you do that for me?
Can you show the thumbnail?
What?
The thumbnail that's got it all outlined because the video is not.
I can't show the
outlined,
thumbnail. Oh my god.
Bullshit.
What the fuck are you doing to me, dude? What? Hold
Well,
on.
like you see it on the thumbnail, didn't you? And then the video is not outlined.
All right,
Okay.
all right. The thumbnail. I gotta say it like you, thumbnail.
It's not gonna show
I can't
it.
show the. I can't show the thumbnail. Hold on. Fucking British people are so weird, man. You're all fucking weird. Hold on.
See, like, you can see it all
There it
blacked
is.
out. Look, it's a cube.
All right,
in a
maybe I could
cube.
zoom in a little bit. Look. All right. See, when I zoom in and it hold on.
Yeah, look,
Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. So what am I looking at?
You see, it's a cube in a cube in a cube, and there's a sun on the right and a moon on the left, and there's a circle in the cube. So you're squaring the circle, and the circle.
All right. So hold on. Right.
Great
Okay.
stuff.
So hold on. Now, are you saying that this pattern is found on your palm?
Yeah, it's like that's what I'm saying. It's fractal geometry, fractal anatomy. It's basically squaring the circle, but you've got the sun on the top right, the moon's on the left, and then you've got a circle on top of the cube, and it's a cube in a cube in a cube. Right. That make sense?
No.
Well, you can't see the cube.
Now here's the thing.
Then there's something wrong.
Hold on. I think we can all see the cube, all right, and we know what a tesseract is. At least I do. But here's the thing: how does it relate to your palm? Bring me into that part.
Well, because that is my palm. Just I only drew the black lines. That's it.
See, I don't see that on your palm, dude. So how did you get the tesseract on your palm, and why does your palm have a fucking tesseract?
Well, that's up for debate, isn't it? But you can see there's a sun on the top right, and there's a blue moon on the left, and there's a circle on top of the cube, and it's a cube in a cube. You can even see there's a big blue cube in the middle, and then it's like outlined with another cube. It's just playing dot to dot with it, in a way.
All right. So here's the question: How many grams of mushrooms does it take to see the tesseract on one's hand?
Probably a lot. But...
This is. Are you familiar with pareidolia, sir?
How cubes ain't pareidolia though? Like that's faces.
No. You seeing one on your hand is like. So you see my hand? I don't.
All right, so I'm
see
looking
a
at your
cube.
hand and I don't see the same fucking tesseract. I see a bunch of lines. All right, so look, you drew a tesseract. I understand that. Like, I get that. You took out like a fucking, I don't know, like a what is that? A pen? Did you use like a colored pencil? What did you use to draw on your hand?
No. The only thing I've drawn is the black lines. That's it.
I know that.
Everything else is you just turn the color up and like.
All right, I see. So you contrast the color on your phone.
What's that?
All right. So now we're watching it now. Hold on, we're watching it.
So it starts off subtle, and then you have to turn it up to actually see it. But it's subtly
hold on.
there. Does that make
I don't
sense?
see the tesseract. I don't see the same tesseract that you're seeing. It's lost on me.
How much time did you spend making this video?
It's what? Sorry?
Hold on.
How much time have you spent on this idea and making this video?
Well, at least 33 seconds. Did you make it 33 seconds on purpose? You did, didn't you?
Well, call that what you want, isn't it? That's just how long it happened to be. I weren't counting, if that's what you think.
All right, I think you were. All right, so here's the thing, Thunder Chicken. I don't see the tesseract.
But you see it when I drew around it, though, didn't you?
What's this little weird mark on your hand? Is that like a what is that?
Like, my hand.
Well, it's not a blister because you don't work.
No, it looks totally normal. You have to turn the color up to get it to that point.
So you're saying I could do this with my phone? I could turn the color up on my phone and get this?
Basically, just take a video, turn all the color up, and then if you screenshot a still from the video, you can then turn it up again and again.
All right, let me ask you this. If I show you my hand right now on camera, will you be able to tell me stuff about me?
No.
That's palmistry.
Yeah, I see it as just like a fractal, as in that's what the tesseract is, like a cube in a cube, which is a cell in a cell. Does that make any sense?
No. See, the whole Masonic doctrine of squaring the circle, that's what the compass represents the circle, because you can't define the area of a circle truly, just like the divine, the God, you can't truly know it. And whereas Earth is a square, it can be measured, it's material. That's the cube. That's why they worship the black cube of Saturn, because it's it's worshiping materiality. Anything cubed can be measured, it can be known. Whereas circles, that's the idea of pi, is you will never truly know the accurate surface area of a circle. That's why pi is 3.414 repeating forever. That's why it's divine. So a tesseract is, your prison planet cube. If you're in a cube, you got your mind in a box.
Yeah, but that's why you got to think outside of the box. I'm looking at the box.
And
if you spin a cube, it will turn into a circle, won't it?
No.
That's where I think they've got it from.
It's a spinning cube. It's a dreidel.
Yeah. If you spun it at 1,500 miles an hour, that cube will look like a circle. And don't start thinking I'm a globar. I'm not at all. But I'm just saying, if you spun a cube, it would visually look like a circle.
All right, so let me ask some questions, Mr. 1-to-1. So how did you get into palm reading? Like, was it somebody in your life, like your mom or some family member? Like, how did that happen?
The Pikeys taught him.
I see it one day when I was obviously a bit high, and then it's subtle. It's really faint. It's like a faint static that goes across your hand. And it's on everything. Like, in the mental hospitals, they talk about all the shit on the walls and stuff like that. If you really look, eventually you do start seeing shit. but you've got to look for it to find it. It's not like I'm saying I see shit spinning around my fucking walls. I mean, like, if you really focus on something, you do you start seeing what you want to see. And generally, anyone I show this to, yeah, they can't see it until you point it out. And then they say they can only see it because you've pointed it out. Like, you can see the cube I've drawn round, can't you? Obviously. But then would you say it's because I drew round it, you can see it? Or was it actually there? Was I drawing round nothing? Or...
Well, here's the thing. When you remove your drawing, I don't see it. Even after you're trying to show me, I don't see it, dude. Like, I'm just looking at your hand.
It's subtle. Like, yeah, I know it's really subtle. That's why you have
subtle.
To
I don't subtle. We'll look at it again. Hold on.
Well, yeah, if you look for the main features, like the bright sun on the right and the blue moon on the left, if you look for them, you see them. Look, you'll still see the blue moon and the sun either side of the circle, and it's like an eyeball. That's why it's like the all-seeing eyeball. And I know it sounds crazy. That's why I didn't want to even try and explain it without pictures of it. Come on.
Let's talk about you, Mr. One-to-One. Bring us into your life. Like, what are you up to over there in London, man? Like, what's going on with you?
Not much, to be honest. I'm just chilling.
What do you mean not much? What do you mean not much? Like, what is a typical day in the life of Mr. One-to-One consist of?
A typical life is wake up, have a bacon and egg sandwich.
It sounds like a Beatles song. I woke up, got out of bed, I drug a comb across my head. I remember way downstairs and had a cup. Looking up, I noticed I was late. See what I do? This is what I do, Thunder Chicken. I just stereotype every fucking foreigner I talk to into whatever fucking cartoonish example I can come up with at the moment, and I just pin them into that. It's probably racist. I'm probably the most racist fuck you'll find. It's bad.
No, it's our programming. It's our programming. I hear this guy's voice. I just think Guy Ritchie movies. You know, do you like Dags? You know, that's where my mind goes.
I watched the movies. What? You know it's funny, Thunder Chicken. Last time Mr. One-to-One was on the show, he said, he wrote in chat, he's like, I didn't realize I had a bloody accent until I fucking listened to myself on your show, mate. Like,
I've got to listen to this back and go, oh fuck. Like, you don't.
But like Thunder Chicken, I sound like a South Philadelphia Guido, but I know that about. It's not a surprise.
My accent's morphed over time because I grew up in Florida, but I've been living in Michigan for 10 years, so I'm kind of a blend. It's kind of like lost my regional dialect. It's like I can kind of, I don't know, comes out.
So I watched the movie Snatch the other day, Thunder Chicken. I was doing nothing and it was on. Classic. And I watched like a part of it where you said about the Scousers and shit and the like the gypsies and all the Pikes. That's it, the Pikeys.
Classic. That's all we know of your culture, One-to-One. Sorry, we're American.
It's a shame. I should know more. But I mean, I don't know how much to get into this with you, One-to-One. So you saw your hand.
To it. Z, I'm gonna get out of here. Much love.
Chicken, much love.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, One-to-One. When I moved the thing away, there's no tesseract. It's only the one that you drew on your hand.
If you actually look where the lines go, it's faint. Like,
I'm fucking looking, dude. I'm fucking looking at the lines.
Well, can you see the eyeball, the circle? Can you see the circle?
Hold on. Now I see this one line up here on the upper left part. That line I see. You see where my cursor is?
Just follow that line.
All right, so I'm going to follow that line, and then there should be
dot to dot.
All right, hold on. Oh, and I see it here. Oh fuck, I actually do see it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Once you see it, you can see it.
Hold on.
If you don't look for it, you're not ever gonna notice it.
Either you just mind fucked me by being up here and convincing me of it, or because I actually kind of see some of the lines now.
When you get on the same wavelength as people, like you feel me in it. Like I don't need to
Oh,
tell
I
you.
gotta let you go. I gotta get you off the show now because the fact that I'm now seeing the fact that I'm now seeing a tesseract in your palm is freaking me out, and I need to let you go. All right, much love, homie.
Yeah. Cool, man. Peace, bro.
Yeah, see, this is where things get weird, and I need to just disconnect. He's backstage laughing. I need to disconnect from that whole experience there. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh. Fuck. I got to move on. Plus, it's Friday and stuff. And now I'm all zoomed in on this thing. Wow. I should have asked Mr. Jack Talcott what kind of concert he's going to. Apparently, there's like a concert in the park. I hope you have a good time, Jack. Get out there in the public. It's good for him. It's good for all of us. You need to be very discriminating with your digital content. Because like I said, this metaverse will suck you in. The YouTube will suck you in. And then you're going to end up, like I said earlier, like half the truth community scared shitless about the eclipse. More than half of the fucking truther content over the last month was about the demonic eclipse and how it's fucked for everybody. I'm just going to unsub from everybody who's like that. I don't even want to see your shit anymore. It's frustrating for me because, like I said, y'all have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and I watch like your idiot duped listeners like just lap up your inane, no evidence fucking bullshit that I could barely even call content. And it actually just pisses me off. So I'm just going to unsub from all of you. I'm tired of it. Just watch out, everybody. And wake up. If you're listening to my voice right now, get a hold of yourself. Go to some kind of fucking rehab facility. Where's Thunder Chicken? He seems like he's fucking been through it. He seems like he has a fair degree of discernment. You got to look at people who have kind of been in this game for a while. Stop being deceived. Get off the fucking fear porn. It's just what it is. It's fear porn. It's not good for you. It's gross. The vibe is bad. And it's really just lies. And you're getting grifted in ways that you don't even fucking know. It's sad. All right, that's enough of my my rant on the fear porn grifters that are all over this damn YouTube. Tired of it. You all should be ashamed of yourself. And some of you know better. Some of you are just caught up in it. Some of you are just as lost as your listeners. But I see the ones who are grifting. I could see it as clear as day. And I'm going to do my best not to call you out by name. All right. Let's get on with stuff. Oh. That's right. You heard it. It's that time, everybody. It's time for news. In tonight's top story, Biden's message to Iran about retaliatory strike on Israel. Don't. President Joe Biden told reporters Friday afternoon he expects an Iranian strike on Israel to occur sooner than later amid urgent concerns that Iran was about to retaliate for the bombing of its consulate in Damascus, Syria earlier this month. Asked for his message to Iran in the tense moment, Biden was blunt, saying simply, don't. Quote, would the U.S. respond? ABC News chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce asked repeatedly as the president walked away after the end of an unrelated event. He paused, thought for a moment, and then returned to the lectern. We are devoted to the defense of Israel. We will support Israel. We will help defend Israel, and Iran will not succeed. Here we go. Iran. Iran has been the big enchilada for these SOBs for my whole life, ever since I've been born, birthed onto this earth. It's all about Iran. Something special about Iran. The Iranian people, there's a specialness to them. I might be getting into this in the future, but it's very detailed. And my interests are being pulled in multi directions now, so it's difficult. There's something about Iran, the culture, the history, the geography, the lineage, the ethnicity of the people. There's a specialness to Iran. This new Iran that we see, this one that was basically controlled by the Ayatollahs and this strict interpretation of Islam, was not the Iran of the past. The Iran of the past was cultured, diverse, advanced, very beautiful in so many ways, and still is. They've managed to maintain a fair degree of sovereignty amongst this amalgamated geopolitical landscape. That doesn't work for these one world psychopaths. Iran's the big fish. This seems to be the next huge domino to topple in their plans. I don't know the ins and outs. If you ask me, I don't see why we can't live in a diverse world, a world in which we respect ethnic boundaries, national sovereignty. What is this push to this unitary one world order? This seems to be their big dream, their great work. This goal, this idea to bring humanity under the banner of basically a unitary rulership structure. They're not going to let countries like Iran just do their thing independent of whatever this sick, seemingly Luciferian order is. I don't know. I'm not even sure if it's Luciferian or more satanic at this point. Because here's the big news flash, everybody. You might want to listen to this. The Lucifer archetype was very likely adulterated and changed into a narrative that we have today. This Lucifer archetype may not be what has been presented to you. And again, I'm continually trying to break the cog dis of my listening audience. Whoever this Lucifer is, the story has been hidden from you. And again, back to this fundamental concept that I will continue to impress on anybody who will listen. The grand narrative that runs through the understandings of pretty much every culture in history is that there were certain entities that fell from the heavens here to earth in whatever way, and they have been communicating, communing, interacting, and potentially ruling this mankind for all of recorded history in some way or another. This is the big secret. At some point, there appears to be some inversion that took place. This is very complicated, and we'll keep attempting to get down to the bottom of it, but just remember, it's not what you've been taught. You need to use discernment. You need to use your rational mindset, your ability to think, to break through their deception. In other news, mysterious symbols found near footprints shed light on ancient humans' awareness of dinosaurs. Or maybe they lived alongside the dinosaurs. Anyway, let's get to it. Prehistoric humans in Brazil carved drawings in the rock next to dinosaur footprints, suggesting they may have found them meaningful or interesting. A new study has found. The rock carvings, which archaeologists call petroglyphs, are at a site called Sorat do something whatever, an agricultural state on the eastern tip of Brazil. Researchers first observed the marks in 1975, but they are now interpreted as relating to the footprints following recent field surveys aided by drones, which uncovered previously unseen carvings. The tracks belong to dinosaurs from the Cretaceous period, which ended 66 million years ago. Quote, people usually think that indigenous people weren't aware of their surroundings or didn't have any kind of scientific spirit or curiosity. God, the fuckery is never ending with these people. But that's not true. It's very clear that they were interested in the footprints. We'll never know if they knew about dinosaurs, but it is clear that they were curious about the footprints and thought they were meaningful in some way. All right, here's the thing. Again, back to these mystery schools, these secret doctrines. Gather around, everybody. Here's a little secret. They teach that humans and dinosaurs existed together. Yeah, that's right. Together. Not 65 million years apart. They say the dinosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago, and that modern man kind of sprung into his current state of existence 3 million years ago. That's what they teach us. But the elites have a different story. They say men existed with dinosaurs. It's a different world. It's a strange world that they hid from you. That actually makes more sense to me. They're telling us now that dinosaurs had feathers. Feathered serpents. What do I talk about consistently? The presentation of the gods by antiquity and by, let's say, ancient man was of gods who were feathered, plumed flying serpent beings. And now they're telling us that the dinosaurs were plumed and were serpentine. Come on. This is beyond coincidence. You got to get rid of their lies. They're 65 million years. They're radioactive carbon dating, half-lives, different strata of Earth. This is just pseudoscience. The history is much different. It evidences a more recent history, much more recent. One where there were large creatures, where humans were basically giants, where dinosaurs, or what we call dinosaurs, seem to have been around. And the trees were much larger. It was just a different world. This is what is evidenced. They're going to continually make me and others like me sound like I'm completely insane. No, the story they're giving us is insane. Because the story they're giving us is completely unevidenced, and all evidence shows the contrary. A history that is much more recent than they give us, and a history that shows that humanity is much more diverse than we could have ever even imagined. All right, guys and dolls, that'll do it for the news and another Z show. Enjoy, everybody. It is Friday. Yes, it's the day that the controllers tell us we should all celebrate because it is the beginning of the weekend. Even though, as many of us understand, it's just another day. It's another day in the great cycle of life. So let us not say goodbye. Just farewell for now. And if the fates are willing, we'll be back right here. That's right, weekend, but spelled like weak. They want to make us weak. Good point. Word magic. Where was I? Yes, if the fates are willing, we'll be back on Monday. Same Z time, same Z channel. Much love all. Peace.